Whether you guys are new or returning Tarkov player, people still struggle what kind of guns they can mod right now at this time until they hit level 15 so that they can buy other gun options in the flea market later on in future. And so in this video, I just want to show you guys some gun options that you guys can buy and which guns can add red dots, for example, and stuff like that, and just go over quickly with you guys today. And so what are we waiting for? Let's get this started. So if you guys like red dots, I recommend buying this AKS-74U, or another recommendation would be PP19. And so if you do buy PP19 right here, I recommend you guys buying this red dot right here, and it's called Cobra. And then after that, you guys can also attach this on the or on the red dot, so that way it does actually give you guys +3 ergo, which means it aims faster if you guys higher number for this one. PP19 is a very nice gun. Nobody usually take this gun as well besides the red dot, and so you guys can always ensure this, and hopefully that nobody takes this gun unless they were a rat player and they just need everything in their life. All right. So this is another option. Other option would be buying the AKS-74U, and then after that you guys can add this B18, and then you guys can buy this from mechanic. So we can go to traders, mechanic, and then if you guys look around right here, you guys can buy this, and then max you guys can buy is 4 every like 3 hours. And so every 3 hours you guys can buy it basically, and then yeah, you guys can just attach this like that. And then after that, you guys can buy MRS as well, which would be from Skier. So if you guys click Skier, and then he does have it, but it's out of stock right now. So make sure you guys always buy it as soon as possible whenever this resets right here on this number. And then yeah, you guys can basically attach this, and then now you guys can use this in the raid. It's a very simple gun as well, so usually people don't take it besides the red dot. And if you guys even want to make it even fancier, what you guys can do is take this off. Then now you guys can buy this, which is from mechanic. It's right here, so you guys can go ahead and buy that from mechanic, and then you guys can deattach this, then add this one right here, like this, and then put this back in there, attach like that, and then put it back in there, and it will look something like this. And so now you guys can put a red dot as well on those as well, like this, and then it's like a bit in the front, and so your aim might be a little bit like small when you guys are aiming in game, but it still works like that. And then another best part is that you guys can put grip on the bottom as well, which is very nice. So you guys can start like this, and then you guys can find these kind of grips during the raid too, and then if you guys do find it, just attach it on your gun like that. And so that's how you guys can make easy money like that as well, just finding a 4-grip later in future. So that's another option from Prepper. And then after that, everything else is basically up to you guys. It's basically iron sight until you guys hit like level 15, and then you guys can do some more moddings later on to add red dot on SKS. Same thing with pistols, TNTs. There's not really much options for these ones. And then PP91, you just basically leg meta for this gun. Same thing with PPSH. Unless you tap in the face, they still die at 1 tap. And so if you have good aim, go for it. If not, like them. And then after that, we have Mosin right here. So yeah, these are also nice gun to use for iron sight. But my recommendation from Prepper would be AKS-74U, and then PP19. All right, so let's talk about Skier after that. Skier offers 8R, but the downside about this gun is that it has this stupid thing in the front, and so when you guys are aiming with like red dot, sometimes this thing is in the way, so you guys need to buy the pitch block. But yeah, there are some lot of options you guys can buy later on for gas blocks for ADAR. So you guys do want to buy these kind of gas blocks, so that way there's nothing peeking out basically in future. And so because of this reason, there's not much really options that you guys can use for red dot, but I do recommend using from skier and then using the MRS. It's actually not too bad. You guys can still see the enemy, but if you guys try to use other red dots, the pick block is in the way, and so yeah, good luck with that. After that, we do have VPO and, you know, AK as well right here. What you guys can do for this one is buying a AK Bastion right here, and then after that you guys can add red dot right here. And so let's say that we bought this MRS once again from skier. Let me pull it out from my AK right here. And then if you guys do attach the Bastion right here on the back like this, now you guys can add like red dot like this. So that's another option you guys can do with those kind of AKs as well. And then we have TOS right here, which is going to be just, you know, iron sight gun, and it's a shotgun, and it's not really good, so I don't really recommend it. But you guys can maybe buy, you know, ADAR or AKs right here. It's up to you guys. But it is 30k and 28k, 45k. It's very expensive comparing with PP19 and, you know, AKS. AKS is only 24k, 21k, right? And then if you guys add a red dot already, you know, that's already 30k. So you guys want to buy a 30k with the red dot for SMG, or do you guys want to just buy this one that is even more expensive and doesn't even have iron sight yet, right? And then you still need to buy this, which is 60 or 6k, and then buy another red dot, which is 13, right? And so it gets very expensive, so I don't really recommend it unless you guys are just rich people and yeah, you just like AK or ADAR in general. Then yeah, I guess you guys can go for it, right? We're just talking about gun options here. And then after that, if you're American style, then we go to Peacekeeper, and then he has this amazing MP5. And then we can buy MP5 right here. And then if you need dollars, so we have rubles right here, European money, and then dollar for Americans. And then you guys can change your euros, or rubles I mean, to USD dollars to get more dollars, so that you guys can buy, you know, $266 for MP5, right? And so that's what you guys can do here. And then after that, you guys can buy this, and it basically gives you guys a mount, so you guys can put a red dot. So I already bought it, and then it will look something like this. And then now I attach it on top of my MP5, and then after that, now we can attach our red dots. So if you guys look at Peacekeeper, he does have these 3 types of red dots you guys can buy. This is really recommended, honestly, though, for pistols, but it also works for MP5 if you wanted to. You guys can give it a try. I'll show you guys what it looks like in raid. But not really recommended, honestly. I do still recommend just using like MRS right here. Or any iron sight. So if you guys do unlock Jaeger later on while you're doing the quest, he does sell PK06, which is a very nice red dot that everybody literally uses in Tarkov. So you guys can maybe use that red dot if you want. If not, MRS is a good choice. Let's say that if MRS is also out, then you guys can also buy this one right here. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's also another red dot that you guys can put. But what I don't like about this red dot is that after you guys buy this, now you guys have to buy some kind of mount on top of it. So for example, if you buy this one, then you need to buy this Sir Romeo. And then after that, if you buy Acro, then you guys need to buy this one. And then if you buy this one, then you need to buy this kind of mount. So you guys have to attach like this. And then now you guys can add it on your guns or whatever. So it can get honestly pricey, and so, you know, if you guys wanted something simple, then just MRS is where it's at for you guys for level 1 Tarkov players. But just keep in mind that these can be also options if MRS is out of market or out of stock. So yeah, you guys can literally put this in MP5 like this. And then we have this amazing simple gun that already has a really nice decent scope, which is called AUG. And so, you know, it's like an iron sight scope, and so it can be a little bit weird, but if you get used to it, it's actually not too bad gun, honestly, for starters. I really recommend it for new Tarkov players as well. If you guys don't like some kind of modding like this, if it's too complicated, just buy AUG. Honestly, it's a good choice. And then just my mags right here. You guys can buy these bullets right here. It's $1 per bullet, so go ahead and do that as well, and that can be another option. After that, we do have some pistol options here as well. Cult, if you guys buy this, and then you guys can actually buy another mod that you guys can attach red dots on these pistols. So I bought one right here, for example, and then I bought this from Mechanic. So Mechanic sells that, and then you guys can attach this, and then, you know, add a red dot like this, for example, and then use that as a pistol. But downside with the pistol, guys, is that people use big guns, and then let's say that you use pistols in raid and you die with it, they're most likely going to take your gun because, you know, it's a pistol and they have always room for pistols. So what they're gonna do is from your dead body like this, and then now your gun is dead and gone forever, basically. So personally, unless you're doing a gun quest later on for pistols, then you guys can use that method, but I don't really recommend starting just pistols. It's gone for sure. You guys don't even have to bother insuring these because they will most likely going to take it away. And then yeah, I think that's about it. You guys can also buy this MP5K if you guys wanted to, but yeah, it's really up to you guys as well. I personally really like MP5, so yeah, it's all on your preference. If you buy that little MP5, you guys can also buy this, right? HK MP5, which we basically bought for MP5 as well right here. So we can also use this and then use it on our little MP5K as well. But keep in mind, this can get really small as well. It's only 2x1, and so people are most likely going to steal that gun as well if you die with it. So I don't really recommend, you know, always buying small guns because they will always take it away from you guys. So my go-to from Peacekeeper would be just buying some kind of like an MP5. And if you do pull out the mags, then it becomes 3x1, so they might most likely going to take that gun as well. But if you still like the gun, you know, go for it, right? I'm a type of guy who like to insure everything, and then if I do kill the enemy, I just drop and hide my gun somewhere, and then, you know, go big, and then hopefully that I get my gun back, right? Unless freaking scabs are just playing detectives for some reason and then, you know, stealing my gun. But yeah, my point is that if you guys do kill the enemies, what I usually do is just hide my gun and then get my gun back from insure fraud. And so yeah, let's go back to Prepper. So my go-to again will be AKS 74U, PP19 because you can add a red dot. Same thing with Skier, you guys can add a red dot on this one. Just downside about this one would be this is in the way, but if you're okay with it, then go for it. And then after that, you guys can buy this AKs, but downside with that is too expensive comparing with Prepper. Okay, and then Peacekeeper, if you come back here, we can buy this. It's a very nice small gun. Same thing with this one, you guys can buy this, but just downside about this gun is that it's gonna get stolen for sure. Same thing with pistols as well for this. And then AUG, probably it looks pretty cool gun, right? Nobody really used this gun as well, so it might most likely going to get taken away as well. But once again, we're just talking about some options that you guys can buy, so let's just keep moving on. Okay, so Mechanic, you guys can basically just buy pistols from him right here, and then you guys can also add red dots if you guys want to as well, but only do that when you guys are doing the quest for, you know, pistol kills. And that's about it, because most likely, once again, they're gonna steal your guns for pistols. They always have room for that, and it's 2x1, and so they always have room for, you know, taking your gun away. And yeah, like this is 15k, so it's almost really close as, you know, PP19, which is 20k, right? And so I really recommend, once again, just going back to that gun, honestly, comparing with all these pistols, unless you need a pistol kill, right? And that's about it. He does have a lot of trade-ins here, but I don't really recommend trading those. It's not really worth it for early gamers. And so yeah, I just recommend you guys just buying Prepper, honestly, from now for new Tarkov players. And then after that, now that's it. Honestly, right now, that's basically about it. What we talked about. And so yeah, those are some gun options for you guys. Yeah, hopefully this video helped. Help you guys give some ideas what kind of guns now you want to buy. And yeah, go from there. Have fun, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Ciao.